Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. And in this one, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're not going to be doing a regular franchise of any kind. We're going to be doing a one-year thing, and we're going to be seeing what power can do to a team. So we're going to be taking the top player at each position based off of home runs at this point in the season. As of right now, it is September 5th. And we're going to be seeing if that is going to be enough to give this team a season, for instance, like the Minnesota Twins are having, just an insane power year, or even better, or if it's going to be enough to get them to the World Series or get that World Series title. So we're going to be seeing what power can do to a team, and that's going to be including the starting pitchers. So let's get into this one and see what happens. Alright, so as you can see, we're in spring training. I already went through and adjusted all the rosters, or our roster, I should say. Now, because of the type of video and season that we're doing, I did turn the budgets off. I turned force trades on just so that I could set up the rosters. But we're not going to be making any trades. We're not going to be making any moves. Injuries are off. We're just going to strictly be seeing how the power can dictate what the team does. So we're going to be going through the roster. And as you can see, like I mentioned, we did adjust the starting pitchers according to home runs as well. We got Zach Greinke, who leads with, I think, 3 home runs on the year for pitchers. DeGrom and Syndergaard each have 2. Walker Buehler has 1, and Luke Weaver has 1. And there were a ton of pitchers that actually had 1 home run. But I kind of just went with the first 2 guys who had it at the earliest point in the season. Now I'm trying to remember, it was either that or I just went with the 2 guys who had decent ERAs, or the best ERAs out of those guys as well. I can't remember, it's one of the 2 or a mix, but I tried not to just stack up the pitching here because there were a couple of good players that already had a home run. So we went with Walker Buehler and Luke Weaver. Now Tyler Anderson is going to be the long man. I did not adjust the bullpen at all. So we're just going to be going with what the Rockies have. We got Oberg, Rusin, Dunn, Diaz, and Shaw. And then as our closing pitcher, we got Wade Davis. At catcher, we got Gary Sanchez. He's leading... I actually don't know. Let me check how many home runs he has going on my computer. So Gary Sanchez has... This is probably going to take too long, so I won't do this for every player. Gary Sanchez has 34 home runs, so good for him. After that awful year last year, 186. Yeah, bad year for him, but he came back. He's hitting 34 home runs already. We got Jason Castro as the backup. Now for backup players, I went with guys who are not playing every day, who are known to have a bit of power at least. So we went with Jason Castro. First base, of course, we got Pete Alonso. Kike Hernandez is actually going to be on the bench, and Max Muncy is going to be our starting second baseman if they don't autocorrect this constantly because his overall is higher. Eugenio Suarez is at third base. Urshela is another guy that's going to be on the bench in the infield. Baez. I actually think this is wrong, so hold on. Baez is not leading in home runs. I adjusted this about a week ago, and I haven't done it yet, so what was there might not actually be right, but I did check, and I think Bogarts is leading with 31, so let's just switch that. So we gotta go to the Cubs, bring back Trevor Story just for a moment, switch that back, and then we will be switching back to get, where is he? Bogarts. Alright, so that should be good. Alright, so we got Bogarts at short. And then in the outfield, we have Austin Riley, who is known to have some nice power for a rookie. He's going to be on the bench, 4th or 5th outfielder. Same with Mark Canha, who has a decent amount of power there. Mike Trout is going to be in center, and then we're going to have Yelich in right, I think. Maybe Bellinger's in right. One of them will be in right, one of them will be in left. We got Yelly Belly, and of course we'll call him Trelly. Alright, so that's going to be the roster. We're kind of just going to go through the season. I'm going to update you guys at certain points along the way, and then we'll see how this team does. And if they make the playoffs, we'll get into that. So, first things first, I will meet you guys at the All-Star break. Alright, so we're at the Home Run Derby. I haven't checked the stats at all just yet. Two things I noticed. One, Gleyber Torres got traded, and two, Vlad Guerrero Jr. got traded to the Dodgers of all teams. So, unrealistic, but we already know this is a little unrealistic. Anyway, let's check and see if any of our players are in the Home Run Derby. I'd be surprised if they aren't. We got, just one. JD 29, Betts with 26, Acuna Jr. with 26, Jock Peterson with 26, Freeman, Moncada, Chapman, and Yelich made it. So we got one. All right. Now, one thing I do want to say is this is a little bit different than if you went off of attributes. So I do want to do other videos where I do something like this based off of the attributes in the game. So if you had a team full of the guys with the most power, a team full of guys with the most contact, guys with the pitchers with the highest walk rate or the highest strikeout rate, things like that, and see how it affects the team. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. But I do plan on doing at least a few of those in the near future. But we're also going to be doing a couple of things where we go off of real life stats and see how that affects the team moving forward, and what kind of a team that builds. So moving on to the All-Star game, let's see if we have anyone in. So let's just skip this. All right, so let's check the All-Star voting. We got DeGrom, who's having a very nice year. Anybody else? We got Wade Davis, who made it as our closer. Nobody on the infield. Oh, no, we got Bogarts. Bogarts made it on the infield. And Trout, Yelich, and Bellinger all made it. Yelly, Belly, and Trelly. They're all in there. They're all in there. So, guys are having a good team. In the standings, we are 64 and 27. We are ranked first overall. I don't know how we couldn't be. It's a little unfair, but that's not exactly the point of the video. So, I'm not too, bothered by that. Anyway, into the roster, we got our starting pitchers. Luke Weaver has really gone up a little bit in his overall, so that's good to see. He's got a 3.16 ERA, and we'll take a look. He does not have a home run. Walker Buehler has a 3 ERA, no home run. Syndergaard, come on, 3.37 ERA, pretty good. He does not have a home run either. Greinke, 3.69, and no homers. DeGrom, no homers. Huh. Interesting. But he does have a 2.42 ERA, which we already saw. Having another shutdown year. In the bullpen, we got Diaz, a 6.27. Yikes. How's Estevez doing? Maybe we'll call up Estevez. Is he not on the 40-man? He is not on the 40-man. Okay, so let's do that. Brian Shaw, 2.61. Mike Dunn's having a rough year. Rusin, 2.75. 1.42 for Ober. Pretty good year for the bullpen, especially in Colorado. Usually people think they're not going to do good, but hey, we're proving them wrong this year. Wade Davis, 2.08. We know he's in the All-Star game. He's got 32 saves, only 2 blown saves. So having a good year. Gary Sanchez, not entirely performing. Now, sometimes he doesn't in franchise, and other times he does, and then other times he's just a big power guy. So, not exactly what I was expecting from him in this one, but so far he's only got 14 homers, hitting 226. He's got a decent amount of RBIs, though. Jason Castro doing nice in the backup role. Not really playing too much, but definitely performing when he does. He's got 3 homers. Pete Alonso, not quite. I played, the last few franchises I played with, without, the last few franchises I've played, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Pete Alonso has not exactly done Pete Alonso things, so we all know what he's doing in real life, going crazy, but here he's only hitting 239 with 11 homers at the break. Max Muncy's doing nice, 325 with 14 homers. Kike Hernandez, 150. He's really struggling with 2 homers. Suarez, 302 with 17. Urshela, 291 with 7. Bogarts is hitting 302 with 13 homers. Riley, 228 with 2. Trout, 282 with 21. Kana has no homers and 91 at-bats, hitting 176. Bellinger, 262 with 17. And Yelich, 359. Oh my goodness, with 22 homers. Now, if you saw the last video that I did with the Brewers and their franchise, Yelich really was struggling for a little bit of time. This is what you expect to see from him in this game, at least in the first year. So nice to see him back on track there. All right, so really quickly, actually, team standings. Where are we in homers? Interesting, not even in the top. Oh no, we are in the top 5. I forgot what team we were. All right, so we're 3 behind Boston for the lead in the amount of home runs per team, with 143 so far. So we got a ways to go to break that record. All right, so I'm going to meet you guys at the end of the year. We'll see how the team did. Probably going to be in the playoffs, and then we'll kind of go through there as well. And depending on things, maybe we'll go through this again and see how it affects it if we do it another time. All right, so the season is over. We won the West. We went 113-49, still ranked first overall, of course. Now awards, if we got any, we got Trout and Bellinger with the Gold Gloves. We got DeGrom with the Cy Young, back-to-back, and Delivery Man of the Year was Wade Davis. For league leaders, we have Wade Davis in saves, Jacob DeGrom in innings pitched and in whip, and that looks to be it. What about homers? We did not. Trout came in third with 41. I see Bellinger down here with 35 and Yelich with 34. Acuna actually had the most home runs with 48. What about team statistics in homers? Okay, so we did break the record. Didn't break the record because the Twins have broken the record this year, obviously. They're going to hit more than 274, but technically speaking, we broke the record that was broken last year. So we hit 274 home runs. First place out of all the teams. Pretty good. Nice little gap there between us and Boston. So we performed very nicely. All right, let's see what everybody did. So we got Tyler Anderson with a 3.31 ERA. We got Davis, 184. We know he had 52 saves. Only the 2 blown saves, though. So we had a very shutdown year. Carlos Estevez really struggled. Wow, okay. 586 for Dunn, Rusin 374, and Oberg had a really nice year at 146 ERA. Shaw was 421. Bullpen kind of fell off a little bit, but you know, that's okay. Luke Weaver 3.35 ERA. Did you have homer? No. Syndergaard 3.29, 16 wins. Almost not 200 strikeouts, surprisingly. No homers. Bueller, 3.12 ERA, 200 Ks. No homers. Zach Greinke, 3.01 ERA, 20 wins. No homers. Oh my gosh. Jacob DeGrom, 18-4, got the Cy Young, 2.31 ERA, 2.32 strikeouts. No homers. All right, so there were no homers by the starting pitchers, so maybe that really didn't affect anything. Moving on to the offense, we got Jason Castro hit 224 with 4 homers. Sanchez 255 with 30. Pete Alonso 237 with 19. Really underperformed what he's actually doing in real life. Yeah, not very good. Muncy 290 with 31. Kike Hernandez 218 with 5. Suarez has hit 310 with 33. Urshela 290 with 12. Bogarts 299. I'm surprised he didn't hit over 300. Just missed it. And 24 homers. Austin Riley 276 with 5. Kana 184 with 1. He really did not do very much at all. And he's trending up. I don't understand that. Mike Trout 274 with 41 homers. Bellinger 266 with 35. And Yelich hit 325 with 34 homers. So, this was enough to get the team to, get that new record for the home runs for a team in a season, break the old one. We had some really nice years. Did not lead the majors or the league in home runs. Actually, I didn't check who led in the AL. Oh, JD with 48 as well. Okay, so 1, 2. So we had 4 other players in the major leagues hit more home runs than the highest total on our team. And a couple of the guys just did not perform very well. On the team as well. Pitchers, we know it didn't really do anything for them. So let's just go through the postseason here and see if they can escape the Dodgers. No. Wow. Okay, so the Rockies have been eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. Literally lost every home game. Not good. Alright, so we finished the season at, 113-49. I'm going to go back, go through this one more time, see if any of the, the outcomes are any different. And I'll meet you guys at the end of the year for that one on. And I'll update you guys on if there's anybody in the, the All-Star game, or actually, I'll just meet you guys at the end of the year. It'll be a little bit of a quicker go through. Alright, so really quick update here at the All-Star break. In the Home Run Derby, we actually have 3 guys all in the outfield. We got Yelly, Belly, and Shelly. All together here, 30, 28, and 26 home runs, as you can see. So things are changing a little bit. And we'll really quickly just take a look at the All-Star break and see if anybody made the All-Star team. Obviously, they have, but we'll see which players did. So really quickly here, we got DeGrom again, doing even better with a 2.38 ERA. Anybody in the relief? Yep, Wade Davis, not quite as good, but he's doing pretty well. He's been elected into the All-Star game. Let's see if anybody else on the infield. We got Bogarts again hitting 294. And then in the outfield, we got Trout, 355. Wow. Yelich, 357. Oh my god, imagine having this outfield in real life. Be insane. And then we got Bellinger hitting 293. Oh, he's Bellinger. I mean, you got Yelich, you got Trout. Forget about Bellinger. He's hitting 293. All right, so we're gonna move forward here, go to the end of the season, and we'll see how everybody's doing then. All right, so we made it to the end of the season. We went 114-48, so we got one more win than we did last time. So not too different there. Did we get the division? We did over the Dodgers. We are still ranked first. Let's see how everybody did. So awards, we got Gary Sanchez got the Gold Glove, Jacob DeGrom, got the Cy Young, and Wade Davis got the Delivery Man of the Year again. For league leaders, we have Yelich in triples, in runs, and Trout in WAR. So no one led in homers again. DeGrom winning percentage, Davis saves, and Greinke innings pitched. So who led in homers? Oh my god, Freeman with 64. What? I think that's the highest total I've ever seen him get. But aside from him, we got Trout right there, Yelich right behind him. Bellinger's a little bit lower, but he's there. What about in the AL? 57 for JD. That's pretty typical for JD here in this game. 64 for Freeman, wow. Okay. And then let's see the team rankings. In homers, 286, so we beat our previous record by 12. I think we had 274 last time. So again, set a new record. I do think the Twins are going to beat that, of course, if they haven't already. I'm not entirely sure where they stand, but I know they already beat last year's record. Okay, so let's see in the roster how everybody did. We got Luke Weaver, did horrible, ERA over 5. He did hit a home run! Oh yes, it matters. We got Anderson in long relief with a 3.79 ERA. We got Walker Buehler, not as good this year either, 4.06 ERA. He did not hit a home run. Syndergaard, 2.65. He hit 2 homers. Nice. Greinke, 2.91. 1 homer. And DeGrom, 2.84. No homers. Okay, so we did get a couple homers from the pitchers, so that's pretty cool. Brian Shaw 357, Rusin 334, 346 for Dunn, 423 for Diaz, and Oberg got 268, had a 268 ERA. Davis had a 189 ERA. We know he had 50 saves, so he hit the 50 mark again. 5 blown saves this time, but still a very good year. Jason Castro 217 with 1 homer. Sanchez 275 with 30. I believe he got 30 last time as well. Pete Alonso did a lot better, 270, but only 25 homers. Kike hit 239 with 2 homers. Muncy hit 240 with 26, so less homers for him this time. Suarez 35, and he hit 294. Urshela hit 252 with 9. Bogarts 287 with 23. Austin Riley hit 165 with 1 homer. Kana hit 240 with 3. Trout 333 with 46. Bellinger 287 with 38. And Yelich 334 with 43 home runs. So, not like crazy different. We got a couple guys here that we know are really good that did a little bit better this year as a group and individually. Bogarts did about the same. Suarez, I can't remember, but he hit around that in homers. I think maybe he hit 34 last time. I'm not so sure about the average. Muncy was a little bit worse. Alonso a little bit better. Sanchez was about the same, at least for the home runs. And of course, we got those home runs from the pitchers, which was the whole plan. You know, of course, it's gonna make us better if the pitchers are hitting home runs. Anyway, so let's see what we do in the postseason. Again with the Dodgers, and again we're losing to them. Okay. Yep. Lost all 3 games at home again. What is up with that? Alright, so the point of the video, the point of the video was to see if we could get that home run title. But again, it's the Dodgers standing on our way. It's always the Dodgers standing in the way. With any team in the NL. It's insane. They're too good. But yeah, I mean, you know, we technically set 2 new home run records. We were the best team in baseball, had 113 and 114 wins. So the power helps. Now, I know it's a little bit different, like I said, if you just do the attributes as opposed to what players are doing in real life, because if you go by the home run totals in real life, it kind of, you know, like you get a Trout, you get a Bellinger and a Yelich, and these are guys that are all around just really good players, as opposed to maybe someone, I mean, it's not going to be too different, but as opposed to having someone who's just a power hitter. But then again, you have someone like Gary Sanchez, who is a little bit more of just a power hitter, though I'm not entirely sure what he's doing contact-wise, average-wise in real life, so I shouldn't exactly just say that he's strictly a power hitter, but here, you know, his contact's only at 63. You know, it's not in like the 80s or something. But you understand what I mean. So it might be a little bit different with the attributes as opposed to what players are doing in real life when we look at the overall, you know, performance of the team. So, you know, this was kind of like a little fun thing to do. Just to see how you know, if you took all the guys that were leading in home runs, how that would fare for the team in a season here. And it did, you know, it did pretty good. You know, they had, you know, the best record in baseball. They had a new home run record set as a team. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to, you know, get past the Dodgers. But, yeah, so, you know, we had a nice year. 2 nice years, technically. But yeah, you know, if you guys want to see anything like this, I am planning on doing it again for the attributes for players, different attributes, as well as what players are doing from 2019, you know, based off of their actual stats. So, you know, that should be a little bit of a different thing to do on the channel, a little bit fun, as compared to just straightforward franchises. Yeah, so, you know, let me know, guys, what you want to see. I'll be happy to do it as long as I can. And yeah, we'll be continuing with the Brewers franchise and the Moneyball franchise after this, as well as doing a few more of these, like I mentioned. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, leave any comments in the comments below. Let me know what you guys want to see, what you guys think. And and I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you're all doing well. Until the next time, I'll see you guys later.